problems, you know. And but anyway, been a while since I've been on here. Hope everybody's doing all right. Just thought I'd come through here, see who I catch on here, and you know, see what everybody's doing. Uh, some people celebrated yesterday. It all depends. You know, sometimes I take a sabbatical. I don't come on all the time. It's good to recharge your batteries. And so just to see how you doing, see what's going on, what's happening in the news. Um, some people may be all puffied out. So we're gonna see what's up, you know. Uh, you know, just the thing, you know. Um, what's up? What's up? How you doing? How's it going? Now you asked me my thoughts on the Final Four. I didn't see NC State representing. That's crazy. I'm glad they beat Duke though. I hate Duke with a passion. And Carolina got beat too. I was like, wow. And NC State, I haven't. Oh God, I was a kid when NC State won it with Jim Valvano. Okay, we cool then. We cool. Dap, 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 dap. And when they won it with Jimmy V, because that was that's when the Houston Cougars fired Slamma Jamma. Lawrence Charles with that shot and that putback, and to beat Olajuwon and them like that, that was like, wow. Because the Houston Cougars were like the Bills of college basketball, or like the Atlanta. If Atlanta hadn't won the World Series ring, or the Eagles. I mean, they were great. They just didn't seal the deal. But the Cougars had everything you wanted. I mean, Clyde and Dream, Michael Young, even that white boy Reed Geddes. I remember Guy Lewis used to have the towel. It was crazy, right? So, when I seen NC State, it's like, wow. But we like this. This is what makes college basketball special. Get a Cinderella story. I mean, I don't, like I told you before, UConn is probably, and Alabama surprisingly, but UConn is probably like the closest thing that you figure that's top tier in college basketball for men's. Now in women's, UConn fell off. Hello, how you doing? And now it's all about, South Carolina, LSU. So that's gonna be interesting. You got some interesting stories, but this is you know, this is interesting. I don't know who that is, and I'm not keeping that kind of stuff on here. So if I know you're not saying it in English, I can't do nothing with you. You got to speak to me. Let me know what's up. I am back. Yeah, they are. Yeah, and I know that too because they downplaying. I'm not saying Caitlin Clark ain't legit because I understand what Q putting her on, but Angel Reese do be scaring folks though. I know she do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's when people say you play to win and gonna win, and then they got other agendas, that's what it's about. Angel Reese came on and said it's about the ring. It is about the ring. When black folks are doing something that they don't want black folks doing, then it becomes other problems, as you notice. That's what Angel Reese went through. That's what Patrick Mahomes goes through. I'm just calling it like I see it. They got a problem. You know, it's a problem. When they have agendas, it depends. Of course they do. There's a lot of, we already know. We already know. We already know. I might address that, but I don't really have to, but I might. I mean, I already know. I I tell it all the time, and to proven otherwise, I'm assuming mostly white folks is racist until I'm proven wrong. And when I get proven wrong, I will call people and say, okay, this person is cool. Because I need people to signify. But mine times 99.9, they prove me right. They tend to prove me right in some form of capacity. Some form of capacity. Because in NCAA is another plantation anyway. What's happening? What's happening? How you doing, Clifton? What's up? Because she's riding off the coattail of saying she's like a white female version of Steph Curry. That's what's selling her. Always a black man. Black man come up with something. Mighty White comes along and they find a way to market it. That's what's up. Okay. And see, now I'll say this. I'm not disputing her talent because she can shoot. But if Angel Reese could pop them threes like Caitlin Clark, would she get the same attention, imagery wise, with the ring? And see, if you're black and you're the equivalent, you got to be twice as good. You remember what Serena Williams went through. Did what happened to me? I don't even know who you are. So when you come out here, what do you mean did it happen to you? Okay. Hey, when people come out and don't say who they are and they got a lot to say and they're not saying nothing. But anyway, yes, it does happen to you. And Reese is bad. Now, but Clark is a specialist type of shooter, but using Steph Curry. Now, again, when I say about black and white, this is what people who don't want to hear about racial come in. What was Steph Curry pimped to do by Adam Silver in the 3 points contest this year? Have a shootout with the female, right? And if he loses, it's like, oh, why was he put in that predicament? And he's called the best shooter ever. See, Adam Silver was using him as bait. Now, we can debate if Steph Curry's the face of the NBA or not. You can make a strong case because to me, that's the face of the NBA. Well, first of all, everybody and their daddy and their mama shooting threes. That's the Steph effect. Now, y'all can sit here and tell me LeBron James and all that, but I see more Steph Curry effect. It's just that he ain't marketed as the same and they don't put the same kind of money on him. Well, Steph got crossover too. Steph got crossover too. Steph then made the Warriors of billions of dollars. I check it out. Steph got people rocking his jerseys. Steph got people emulating his shot. What more does that? Same amount of rings. What you want? Bron is bigger in other capacities, but Steph's got endeavors too. Let's not act like, don't come up here and play Steph Curry off like he's Dylan Brooks or something. I mean, he got along. He ain't no Draymond Green hanging on nowhere. Steph's legit. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Make him out to be some buster, like Steph Curry, he's like Dylan Brooks. I mean, come on now. His stuff count too. Shoot. You know. He's a made man too. Hmm. And he got a white girl talking about talking about Mamba mentality, but Steph Curry range. Think about that. That's not LeBron James. Caitlin Clark's got Mamba mentality, Steph Curry range. I like Derek Fisher. So I don't know. I take that, D Fish was cool. One of the best Lakers ever. And if you're LeBron James, okay, you just trolling now. But I'll tell you this though, Derek Fisher was better for the Lakers than LeBron James. Yeah, you look like you about to get ready to get disappear. You keep talking. Yeah. Luca scored 40. Yeah, Luca out. So how about that under that shot he took? That layup 3-pointer, that was sick. He threw up that. We'll see what happens in the postseason. We'll see. That underarm layup from 3-point range. We'll see. I was. But I just did a video about something that moved me more. And I don't talk about NBA this time of year, but you know what it was. SGA and Brunson back and back. That was a great ending. Now that would be a great finals. And I was like, wow, OKC in New York, SGA and Brunson battling it out. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Because SGA, they 30 games over 500. He's in MVP consideration. Brunson's in the top 6. And that was good. I like that duel. I like that. At MSG too. I like that. But I know SGA gonna have to wait and turn behind Luca because they gonna slurp Luca. He told you that. They need another legit score. They need a cherry pick score. That's all they need. A cherry picker score. That's it. You get your cherry pick score and Randall comes back, you make noise. They just need somebody who can just score buckets. They don't need nobody to be great. Just be a straight scorer. That's it. I really believe they could sneak somebody like that. But if he's stuck with what he's got, they're not beating nobody because they don't play no defense, consistency, and they don't have the kind of talent to be versatile. They a one-trick pony. They got to either defend real good and hit real good, or they're toast if you play them full quarters. That's the problem they run into. They'll beat a team that's missing a piece, but teams that are pieced up, they're gonna beat them. Well, no, I don't think all teams cherry pick. I don't think they all do because the Knicks did play some good defense recently. That if all teams cherry pick, then all teams would be averaging about the same amount of points. They're not. Bad defense, yes. I don't think all teams cherry pick because ask yourself, if we all teams are cherry picking, we'd have an onslaught of guys we'd want to move from team to team. We don't. We don't. You can take guys from Charlotte. You can't give them away. Okay. And I ask you about the Bulls. Who on the Bulls would you want? Would you want Kobe White? Do you want DeRozan? I mean, who on the Bulls would you really put? Alex Caruso gets as much attention of anybody want anybody as anything they got. Now, what's that tell you? And what's his butt who's been hurt or played hurt? I don't know because he was trade bait, but he don't fetch all that. They gotta have names that they want. Yeah, not Lonzo, but the one used to be in them whack. When Cleveland and Golden State were doing their Godfather trilogy of finals every year, it was also Aaron Gordon and what's his call it? They were in the slam dunk contest every year. I can't think of that Turkish name now. Because he'd be trade bait if he was healthy, but they're Levon. Yeah. Levine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Oh yeah, the day after yeah, that's a shame with that behind the day of the Easter back there. Good to see you. How you been? Yeah, Zach Levine. I mean, Levine just that's what I'm talking about. Cherry pick if only if you're getting the right kind of player, but if you're getting like a lot of these guys, they're not really cut out. So it all depends what kind of player you're getting. Yeah, tell him I said what's up too. Well, I hope you're okay because you never know with these colds. You never know. No troll. That's a friend. No troll. No troll there. Not this one. No. I'll tell you in a minute. No. I'm hoping that you're okay though. Yeah, there's a lot goes through my mind. One of these days we'll talk about it. It's different. It's a bit different. Got a different routine here. Glad to be missed though. And think about you guys too. I will pass it on. She's been a little bit under the weather. I will pass it on. Definitely will pass it on. Tell Drew I said what's up and the kids and everybody else too. So glad to see you come through. All right now. Appreciate you. Thank you. The game sucks. That's all I can say. That's my main pet peeve. They always get like these teams and then no one starts that you want. Until Sydney, I said hello to Karen. Appreciate you. But your Hall of Fame, man, just because the games don't be making no, they should make that game count for something. It doesn't though. It's sad. Penny Hardaway? Penny Hardaway? That's the only Penny I know. You talking about Penny Hardaway? They just don't make it worth watching. It's just a lackluster game. It's like it's hyped up, it looks pretty, but then it's anticlimactic because nobody that you want to see will start, and it don't really last long. So it just doesn't. It's anticlimactic. I almost don't detest it. He's a woulda coulda if he stayed healthy, but he didn't play long enough. It's kind of like Grant Hill got a better chance than Penny. It's gonna be tough though. No, Penny was injuries cut his career short. Had he won a championship, yeah, went to the finals, but they didn't win. And resume. But yeah, he had a great college career too. They take that in consideration. They don't just go by your pro career. He had a great college career, and he did win Rookie of the Year. And he had established himself with some of his numbers. That's why it's a lot of Penny's one of those woulda, coulda, shouldas though. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. So that's what's up. Anyway, so Ted, everybody comes through something. I know her that came through. The fam goes back where I lived. So everybody, I appreciate you on the lookout, but no, she was legit. And I can tell when someone's trolling, but that's not trolling. Everybody don't troll. She's not troll. Uh, that's my buddy's lady and everything. And I had prize. He sometimes he goes through her. He comes in here. We talk football. He's my Bills buddy. So that's his lady. And sometimes he comes through her. What I start with him. He's a Buffalo Bills fan. He ain't gonna live to tell it. He's a Bills fan. His cousin Ken Johnson used to play for the Bills on defense. He got a In fact, if he comes through here, he have an old picture when he sacked Joe Theismann. So my buddy Drew comes through, I'll let you know. It ain't gonna make it if he do. I mean, if they put him in a coma the first time, what do you think they'll do the next time? I mean, the only way he'd be able to do a tell all is if Puffy's locked up or something. He ain't gonna be able to pull it off. But he's got a lot to say though with Kim Porter though. He got a lot to say. You're gonna be hearing about this every day, week, month. It's gonna be quite a while because Puffy, there's a long lot of line there, long line. So, but anyway, like I was saying, everybody in count. I can usually tell someone's trolling and bouting. Everybody ain't trolling and bouting though. She's legit. In fact, I thought that was my boy coming through using her account, but he didn't this time. He has come on through. Sometime he uses, sometime he don't. But it's good that people where I grew up still got showing something here. So it's all good. But yeah, I believe it when I see it about LB sure though. I'll believe when I see it. I don't think that's gonna happen though. No thoughts. Because it's all about the bag. I don't even pay that no mind. I mean, I'm treating it like I treat them Floyd Mayweather things. The Ali used to do that mess too. Um, I mean, it's some hype. People will pay. Tyson can hit, but is he still connectable? That's the thing. Jake Paul can hit and carry, take a punch or two, but it's like a freak show to me. I have no expectations at all. I'm not in it. I want them guys to get paid, but I expect anything? Not really. Well, she can keep sweat all she want to. Anybody gonna sweat her because she's thinking that she can play that role. The thing is she wouldn't have to beg if if she comes in with some tact. But to sit there and tap dance and then act like you all of a sudden you wanna, you know, what you coming back? What you gonna come back and do? You gonna try to be like a Wendy Williams 2.0? Try to update your thing and or how you gonna come back? Bottom line is the community always takes you back because they know that that side of the fence ain't gonna be for you. But you got to hit your head against that steel, that barbed wire. Passed in her case because she had no talent. But you a journalist, you're gonna be deep. They'll let you say some crazy stuff. They'll let you say some stuff. And I'm gonna say it like this: the industry plantation, when it comes to music and political agendas, they like you to, you know, do stuff like that until you never get accepted. You could sit there and call Trump master and do all kinds of things. You're never gonna get accepted. Try hard as you might. So but she tried. It backfired. They done with her. And that's the end of that. You know, I'm sure some people will take her in, some won't. You know. Oh, her husband was accused of and talked by men in 20. Oh, no wonder she's coming back. Oh, I just got it right here. Wow. Wow. That's a trip. Oh no, they just found out that her husband um sexually assaulted some men. I'm just reading about it now. I just got the word. It's funny when Zeke just put that up, it just came up on my feeder that her husband got in trouble for allegedly. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna find it for you. That's what's up. So apparently he been doing something strange. Hmm. Let me see if I can do this. Yep, that might be why she's trying to run back to the hood. I was wondering why she's just so. I wonder why she was so heck bent on all of a sudden getting her, trying to get back in. Might be why. And it just came up on my feeder too. It's like, wow, that's interesting. Zeke must have like had ESP or something. Well, he did. This is what he looked like. That's what he looked like. So I don't know. Yup. Yep, probably so. She's supposed to be a Caribbean. Yeah, she ain't even attractive for the mass either. They ain't even got no use for her. Oh, she was. She was. She was. And I liked her, like she had a couple movies. I mean, Clueless was big, and then of course More Money, you know. But but Stacy's embarrassing. And Damien Dash can't even justify that mess. He can't even say nothing. How you get interviewed with your kinfolk and you gotta sit there and yeah, and what are they trying to do with that? Because I heard about it, but I think they're trying to make people from the countries more inclusive. So do tell me more, because I want to. I got to do a regret report about that. I'm gonna do a video about that. Do say more about it. Tell me more what you know about it. I heard about it because I think Lisa Cabrera was doing a video about it, and I was peeping it out, and I kind of like did like a little bit on it, but to me, it's much ado about nothing because they still see you as black in America. I mean, what they're gonna do? They're gonna use what they'll probably try to do is take people from other countries. That's what they're trying to do. That's what it's about. That's what I had figured. That's what migration is about. That's another way they don't want to give up reparations. That's another way that they worried that the population is getting too, because they've been going on about how it's going to be, whites are going to be in the minority in 40, 50 years. I had to hear this crap in 15, 20 years. And I'm like, uh-huh. But if I whitewash you with people who identify and you can manipulate, then you never have that to worry about. That's the part. I said, yeah. I said, the day America is non hardly white, that ain't gonna happen. So they're trying to manipulate it. Yeah. Yeah. They do. They hate the blacking of everything. Not just that. That's just they will accept that as long as you're not a problem. See. Uh, Let me tell you something. If Mahomes, he'll only be a problem if obviously he wins but he ain't a problem if he doesn't stray. Now, if he ever gets political, that's a problem. Lamar Jackson winning, that's a problem. I don't think if CJ Stroud wins, that's a problem. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Jordan Love winning, that ain't a problem. Deshaun Watson winning, we got a problem. They be scared of Deshaun Watson wins the ring. He sits there holding that trophy like he getting his back massage. That could be a problem. It could be a problem. Lamar winning, that could be a problem. Mahomes wins three-peat or he wins two more rings, that's a problem. But because he's kind of tied into corporate America, that can go. There are gonna be people it's gonna be like this. The people that love the game will acknowledge him. The politics of the game won't. Okay, there's two different things there, but that's what I'm saying. Could you imagine him holding it? That one might be even more scary than Lamar Jackson when you think about it. That might even be more scary than Lamar. When you think about that Deshaun lost 2 years of his career, they tried to bring Joe Flacco in. They paid him all that guaranteed money. I'm telling you, these jokes write themselves. I'm telling you, that mess would be that mess would be yeah. That one would be the most that would freak them out more. Don't let Deshaun Watson get up there and win. There's certain people that they go, oh my God. And yep. And I'm telling you, that wasn't that long ago. He looked like he was gonna be Mahomes' real rival because you remember Kansas City to come back against Houston. He was balling back then. And then, he got because against the Bills, against that comeback against Josh. D Watt, I'm telling you, bad dude, but we don't know if he's ever gonna come back. That's of course they did. Of course they did. And they don't even like Purdy. Purdy's not even their favorite white boy. They like Burrows better. Well, see, Purdy plays for a team that has a very conservative lean because John Lynch and them are very conservative. But see, Kyle shenanigans, as you say, let him keep coaching your team. And I'm gonna tell you something. He's on that Fisher Price ride. How many times you gonna keep choking away big games? How many times you gonna be? I mean, he's gonna be Fisher Price and Christmas Carol without winning. That's where he's headed. He's giving you a 2-for-1 special. And how many years you gonna keep doing this, Kyle Shanahan? I don't know. Yeah, they wanted Purdy to win, and he probably should have won, but they made mental mistakes. They didn't finish Kansas City off. It should be. If I was a 49ers fan, wouldn't it be? I mean, come on now. You didn't choke 2 Super Bowls. You've been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 5, 6 years, And you've been to NFC Championship games, what, 4 times? You blew that one against the Rams. Should have won that one. And you lost to Philadelphia with no quarterback. Whose fault is that? I mean, come on now. You know, how many times you going I remember how many more years you gonna keep getting? If I was a 49er fan, I'd want him gone. Cause I'm thinking we choked 2 Super Bowls. Now hear what I said. At least Sean McDermott can say he choked 5 postseason games different ways, but you choked 2 Super Bowls. You won Super Bowl, your man overthrew a guy who was fast and still overthrew him by 3 yards, 3 to 5 yards. The last Super Bowl, you lost at the end. Like, I don't know how many chances you're going to get. I don't know how many cracks you're going to get. And this 49ers, when I was coming along, Bill Walsh and them, even Seifert, they knew how to finish up games. Cat don't know how to finish up games. So I'm just saying, you know, and you know they're not going to stay on top forever. You know this. Because you know there's bound to be, you lose people and you're bound to, momentum is a mother in that league. I mean, come on now. You start to, you start to lose years. I know he is. George Seifert is too. Rolling, like Charles Barkley said, rolling in the grave. George Seifert is alive, but he rolling in the grave too. Come on now. And no, Mariucci don't belong in that conversation, but he did win a game or two. You know, he didn't win it big, but I mean, you can't go through all those quarterbacks and still find ways to lose. I'm sorry, man. You just can't. If I'm a 49er fan, I am irate. You know. That's one thing of Mahomes just whacks your behind, but you had 2 winnable games. And you had him down by 10 points, and he was looking ordinary and throwing picks. And you still find ways to lose? He got 3 rings, and you got 2 choke jobs. And that's not the 49ers I remember. So. Well, y'all should have won that game. I just think that's more coaching. Because he was beat. They were fit to be had in that game. But even more so than y'all was the Detroit Lions. And that was more embarrassing. 24-7 at halftime, and you find a way to lose. That was embarrassing. Coaching. Yeah, because Matt LaFleur, you gotta figure out how to win those games. That's what you know. Campbell Soup, he dripped too. He dripped. They always try to be cute, get those field goals. Don't get cute. Finish the game up. Coaching, I'm telling you. That's why Andy Reid's got where he's at. He figured it out after banging his head against a wall in Philly. Got the right team, talent quarterback. I'm going to let it and do what he used to be a poor clock manager with Alex Smith. Remember that game against the Colts against Andrew Luck? Blew that game. Stop doing all that, poor clock management. Got his thing together. I'm telling you. That's what separates the great ones from good, or guys who play like they good, or guys who are going to get fired because they're not that good. I'm telling you. You want to know the difference between Andy Reid and Sean McDermott? That's it. He on the ball now. 3 out of 4 Super Bowls, he wins the ring. Dynasty almost. Got rings. When guys try to play all, Dan Campbell listen, Detroit, y'all did great. Y'all should have went to the Super Bowl and should have been a rematch of game 1. But you should not have lost like that. Nothing, because I just want to see what happens with but Caleb goes. And then I'm curious about be a couple moves. I can't my I won't really get into it to the second, third day. I want to see who the sleeper moves are. But I'm not, it's a lot of movement for offense, which is surprising me. Quarterbacks, running backs, receivers. That's why I can't really, it's different. I've been led to believe that they done with running backs and but the NFC is wide open for quarterbacks. So it's gonna be more offensive oriented. That's my thought. That's my main thought. It's gonna be a lot more offensive oriented. Um, More offensive oriented. Probably the first time in a long time. That means more black quarterbacks. Now, if the Derrick Henry combo thing works, expect that to come back. But he's one of one now. That don't usually turn out like that. We'll see. But again, it all comes down to what teams decide to get and what they can do. That's all. There's nothing I can really say because it's gonna come down to that. And I mean, no one's sweating him. If this was about 5 years ago, but how many times he been a free agent now? I mean, think about it. You go Cleveland, LA, Baltimore. You'll probably end up selling a 1 year deal and good luck. At least he got the ring and he got the exposure. But he didn't play with, it's the Giants, Cleveland, LA Rams, Baltimore. He played with a Super Bowl winning quarterback, a guy who's a league MVP, a guy who was a multiple Super Bowl winning quarterback, and then a guy who's got $100 million deal in Tampa Bay. That's not good for him. Not good. You said it. I didn't. You. That's the quote of the night right there. Yeah, because his body's giving out, and while he got wheels, he's not consistent no more. And then you messing with that Kardashian, she take half the other wheel, and then you be just like a Tonka truck. No, no, no. He he really is. It's sad to say, but it's true. And he's almost headed to old folks' home because he get hurt anymore. That's what he is. He is on his last leg. Oh, it's real. It's very real. Trust me on that. Chris Humphreys played for like 20 years, and I didn't remember 20 of his games. And when they came on, that was the end of that. Kanye went cray cray. Reggie Bush was a never was. James Harden was shooting all flicked and couldn't connect. Um, uh, Devin Booker was all law. It's true. It's true. It's true. But that's what them turkeys get though, messing with that stank though. She had to do with OJ. That was pre OJ, and OJ was that was before they was kids. That had nothing to do with that though. That had nothing to do with that. He was Uncle OJ too, but had nothing to do with that though. In fact, OJ would tell you to stay away from him. That's the reality, because he didn't think much of him. He didn't think the show was gonna be nothing. When he got locked up, he said that back then. Before he got. Yeah, she got that forehead. It looked like it. But I think if he ain't the daddy, it's some ski dude that's the daddy. But they got that forehead. I know she messed with him. She like to deny it. And I know he did. All that pass around ain't nothing new. It's been the way it's been. Yeah. Yeah. But nobody care though. Unless she comes up with something that'll be drastic. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. He went to games. He was at the games recently. As a matter of fact, he set up in the press box. Um, he came back to Buffalo after he got out, and he was at the game last in the past couple of years. He still gets greeted there. Now, yeah. Now, what I had heard, I'm gonna tell you like this on good authority. When the whole thing went down in L.A., they were low key with him, and it's not quite the way it was once was. However, he still goes to he went to Bills games. He went last year. Yeah, I seen footage because I follow him on X. I keep up with him, and he was at the game. He was in the stands and everything. Um, there's still fans, but I know that people kind of gunshot. There are some that won't approach him, but he still got no. He's well. That's a different story because they took the trophy out the thing and the jersey, that whole thing. So that's unfortunate too. Just like Reggie Bush, it's unfortunate because without him being associated with SC, SC don't even hardly matter the same. I'm sorry, but you can't think of SC without OJ being associated. He was that big there. So, but that's because they had. But if that's the case, then won't you go after Pete Christmas Carol too? Because they lost the championship because of his and all that. I seen that. You watch the him and Mace and Cameron. That stuff be hilarious. I be cracking up. Oh yeah, he still. One thing about Juice, right? He know how to talk. So he ain't never heard nobody saying they were held against their will or nothing like that. Yes, one catch you ain't never heard nobody saying that they was getting traded off or getting. I think what happened he did because I really believe that because they got done with him. Industry parted ways with him, and they act like they don't know him. That's what happened. Plus, the fact is, how do you get locked up for trying to reclaim your stuff? That made no sense. But yeah, he got a wake up call. Got to Vegas, and that white woman was trying to throw. She was trying to throw charges at him like crazy, and said, talking to him like he trash." And then they wonder why. Then they wonder why people be jumping over the rails to get a piece of them because them judges be talking real janky and greasy. Yeah, he did. I know that there's a white segment will never ever accept the verdict. And I've had conversations with him. I said, look, it wasn't like he was some hero, nothing. He was one of the greatest players, very charismatic, good looking dude who had the it. However, that shuffling and bucking and head bopping mess he used to do used to irritate me. And I couldn't stand him. Yep, couldn't stand him on Monday Night Football. That was embarrassing. Now, for my money, he's still one of the top 2 or 3 greatest running backs ever. And when they don't have him top 4 or 5 ever in that argument, I don't pay them no mind because anybody with half a brain knows that. Marcus was a Junior Whopper version of him off the thing, but Marcus had some sway, but he didn't have juice move. He didn't really connect like that. He connected, even though he was Super Bowl winner and MP, he didn't connect like that. And that's why L. Davis played him. L. Davis played him like a mutt. But anyway, um, yeah, he tapped. But OJ had an it about him, but I never cared for that persona, that fakery. But mhm. But now he's at a stage and age of his life now. He know he can't come out and shuffle no more because they not shuffling for him. White folks don't care. They don't care. It is a segment that's gotten older. That's the end of the that they because you get a segment of people only know him for the situation and also for Naked Gun. They don't even know about his career. It's a long time ago, and that's a scary part because okay, give me some examples. Who? Tell me who, and I'll tell you if I agree or not. Name them, and I'll tell you if I agree or not. You name them, and I'll tell you if I agree. Okay, name me some more. The difference between Tiki and OJ, though, is that Tiki did it because he was on some Carlton Banks tip. OJ came from the hood, and so he come from a whole different way of doing it. He got that old man, old money, white dude. That's a whole different way. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying their lives were completely different. Tiki's actually an articulate brother. OJ had to learn how to play like one on TV. So it's a whole different level of it. But name me some more. I want to know who are these others that you got. I will tell you this. I think what you're seeing is that the market of communication is what a lot of them were subjective to. Yeah, he's also a California cat, and I think I've told you. I don't know if I've told you this. California brothers are a bit different. I've had experience. They're a little bit different. There, and when I say that, I don't know if it's the palm trees. I don't know what it is. They're a little bit different because unless they come from the south or they got some exposure to the east, they tend to think a little bit different. I noticed that. I've noticed that. Okay, name me somebody else. That's not a lot right now. I need you to name me somebody else. You show me a pattern because I just want to see you. Yeah, okay. He changed as he got older. He wasn't always like that, but yeah, I always found him kind of an odd cat because on one hand he was pro-black on certain things, but on the other hand, and you can have like difference of opinion within a context. However, he definitely kind of swayed me, kind of threw me for a loop with how he was and how he was all buddy buddy with Belichick, and so I kind of was lost. Because I remember when he used to be on Roy Firestone's Up Close and Personal, and he said he related to Jimmy Cliff. He said he'd rather be free than to be a slave. And they used Jimmy Cliff's song, "The Harder They Fall," and he used that lyrics about he didn't want to be, you know, a puppet or a slave. So he was outspoken in points, but he was also a front runner for OJ because he did films, and there's a lot of there's similarities there. My buddy said that about Brady, my other buddy, he will not appear on here, but he said that about him. We used to talk about that. Belichick do be looking like a grand wizard. It's something about his hair, and when he's like, on the Cincinnati next week, it's almost like I can see a crown or something on top of his head. He got real removed from Trump though. He don't talk about that no more. You notice he eased up off of that. I I know I know I don't sound right when I say this, but I always say this until I'm proved otherwise. I tend to think 99.9% of white folks is racist until I'm proved otherwise. I think he kind of wanted it though. Seal the deal. See, she was for the streets and she's 304. So that would not exactly be a surprise. And to me, their marriage felt like a trade off. I think he knew that she was, I don't know what I want to call it, but she's a little bit for the streets. He had to know. I'm sorry, you messing with a woman that used to mess with Leonardo DiCaprio, and you know DiCaprio don't like nothing after 25, so you can imagine what the freakness was like there. Just saying. So you never know. Oh yeah. But to me, him and Bridget Moynihan were kind of done. Bridget Moynihan was kind of like his Jennifer Garner, and Giselle was kind of like his J Lo. I put a couple of things together. Monahan still looks about the same. I see her on that the Blue Bloods, you know. But I would have told Brady, first of all, you married a woman that's got more money than you, so you can't excite her but so much. And I didn't think it was gonna be. Where you hear that at? I ain't heard that. I ain't heard that one. Only because the box is filling out and she's starting to think she still got a career and somebody been hollering at her. And she's still kind of delusional too. I mean, as bad as he looks right now at his career, she's never been at that level because she never was. I mean, you know, but yeah, and she's still playing like she's 21. But I don't play Sierra no mind. She was always a lightweight to me musically. Industry too. And probably 304. Obviously, if you go from Russell, you go from Future to Russell and stuff. And he was a come up. Let's not get it twisted. He was definitely a come up. So that's old. But the thing is that she be all about that Kit Kat. She got turned out. That's how she got a lot of pull in the industry. I mean, she wrecked the house with Swiss Beats because Swiss was still with his ex. So uh, there's no secrets there with AK. I mean, she's industry. Most of them are though. I mean, you that industry shares everything, so it's not like you know, it's a small world. So, it's a small world. I don't know what he. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know if he did or he didn't because he's still. I don't know. I don't know. He's still kind of wild and I don't know. They'll break his pockets. I don't know if they're gonna be done with him though. They'll break his pockets though. If he got any pockets, because I don't know if he got. I don't know what his coinage is like. Cuba ain't had a big movie. I can't remember the last time Cuba had a movie that I remember. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he still got anything that still matters. I don't know. Yeah, I've seen that. I'm very impressed with Soto. I did a video about that today, as a matter of fact. I talked about it. So we'll see what it means. I don't get too excited. Remember, like I told you, I don't get excited because we got 158 games to go. You know, I mean, if they stay consistent, they look good so far. We shall see. But I'm not gonna get excited until we get to I told you the Yankee fan. My thing is what? My thing is what? So far. But let's see what happens in August, September. Everybody can look good the first week. Don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Yankee fans, we wait till like September. We don't get excited this early. But he's gonna fit. He can play. He can play. There's no question about that. He can play. Can he stay healthy? And can the pitching be effective? And I know it's big to beat the Astros, but remember something. The Astros can get hot too. I do think they're gonna fall off though. I just don't know when. We'll see though. I am too, because I missed it. And the NBA ain't that fun. So I give you that. The NBA sucks. We're stuck with some whack basketball and have to worry about them talking about the Lakers and the Celtics and all this crap. So I am too. I just hope that it's a competitive season. I hope that the injuries don't, and I want to see the top tier teams. That's what I want. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. I'm looking forward to seeing how teams play out. So we'll see. You know. Well, I already, we already talked about that. I mentioned Steve Carlton's and Tom Severs, and I mentioned Dwight Gooden and Clemens and Pedro Fernando Valenzuela. That was one of my favorites. Get my toast ready because I'm gonna eat in just a little bit. I gotta get my food on. That's a touchy subject because I don't know. It's touchy. It's close. I don't know. You know, it's close. It's close. It's close. It's close. It's going to be one of those that's kind of close. I don't know. I mean, if they feel like they want to, they will. But I can't say. It's touchy. He'll only be retired when he gets in the Hall of Fame. I think the Yankees are going to play by the books there. Politics, yo. Politics. Yeah, well, yeah, because he was associated with that team. But the Yankees is a different situation. So, I don't know. That's a different situation. It's a different animal. Red Sox had to. They had to. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really answer that because there's a lot of politics involved. And do they want to touch him? I don't know. I'm sure they would like to, but will they? And he's going to be seen more as a Red Sox player than a Yankee player. I mean, they could, but I don't know them. So I don't know. When Pat Riley and him make up, yes. And I think that'll probably happen in about, I don't know, because it's been 10 years. It's been past 10 since they won that, I don't know. They will. They will. But it's going to be awkward, though. It's going to be just like that Tiger Woods and his Ella, that picture that I saw. It's going to be tight. That's what I look at it as. So we will. I'm going to get ready to call tonight, though, because I already eating everything. But I will be back tomorrow. Glad you came through. Appreciate the questions and everything and the answers. And if you think of other stuff, let's roll it out tomorrow. I should be back a little bit early tomorrow. But glad to see you. Appreciate everything. Stay safe, stay warm, stay cool. And everyone else who came through. Have a good night. Peace. The best. I'm out.